Imagine living in a city where every creak of the floorboard, every shadow in the hallway, could mean your life was seconds from ending. Where locking your doors and windows no longer made you feel safe. This was Los Angeles in the summer of 1985, a city terrorized by a man so sinister, so erratic, that even seasoned detectives struggled to profile him. He wasn't just a killer. He was a self-proclaimed servant of Satan. And his crimes weren't just brutal. They were ritualistic, terrifying, and unforgettable. This is the story of Richard Ramirez, the man the media dubbed the Night Stalker. And tonight, we dive into his reign of terror, the chilling satanic symbols he left behind, the courtroom theatrics that stunned the world, and the incredible moment when everyday citizens turned into heroes and ended his rampage. Welcome to True Crime Hub. Let's uncover the darkness behind the Night Stalker. Richard Ramirez didn't just kill, he invaded. In the dead of night, he crept into homes like a phantom, choosing victims at random. There was no pattern. Men, women, children, the elderly. No one was safe. But what made Ramirez different wasn't just the violence. It was the ritualistic horror he left behind. Pentagrams scrawled on walls. Satanic symbols carved into bodies. Victims forced to swear to Satan before being executed. These weren't just crimes, they were ceremonies. Ramirez was obsessed with the occult. He worshipped Aleister Crowley, studied satanic Bible verses, and proudly declared his allegiance to the devil. His crimes felt less like murders and more like offerings to an evil deity. In one haunting case, he raped a woman in front of her child, then told the young boy to say he loved Satan before fleeing. Another victim had a pentagram etched into her thigh. Blooded footprints, made from obvious sneakers, became his calling card, often found beside occult symbols. Los Angeles was no stranger to crime, but this was something else entirely. As the bodies piled up, fear took over Southern California. Residents nailed their windows shut. Hardware stores ran out of locks. People bought guns in record numbers. The media fanned the flames, dubbing him the Night Stalker, painting a portrait of a nocturnal predator driven by demonic forces. But the fear wasn't just due to the killings, it was the randomness. There was no clear motive, no pattern, no victim profile. He attacked young and old, rich and poor, in suburbs and inner cities. Police were left scrambling. Then came the break they needed, a fingerprint, a footprint, and finally, a face. On August 30th, 1985, the Lapt released a mugshot of Ramirez from a previous arrest. The image spread like wildfire. It showed a gaunt man with hollow eyes, sunken cheeks, and a stare that seemed to look straight through you. The next day, Richard Ramirez's reign of terror came to an unexpected end, not at the hands of the police, but at the hands of angry citizens. In East Los Angeles, Ramirez walked into a convenience store, unaware his face was plastered across every newspaper. A woman recognized him and screamed, "El Matador." The killer. He ran, trying to flee through backyards and alleys. But word spread fast, and a group of locals chased him down. They beat him with metal rods, held him down, and waited for police to arrive. In a city paralyzed by fear for months, it was poetic justice. The people took back their streets. The trial of Richard Ramirez was unlike any other. From the moment he entered the courtroom, he made it clear, he wasn't just a killer, he was a messenger of darkness. He flashed a pentagram drawn on his palm and shouted, "Hail Satan," at the judge. He laughed during testimonies, smirked at grieving families, and drew fans, yes, fans, from across the country. Some women claimed to be in love with him. One even married him while he was on death row. Over the course of his trial, Ramirez was linked to 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. But many believe the real number was higher. The proceedings took 4 years, with constant delays, bizarre outbursts, and even one murder. His juror was found dead, though unrelated to the case. In 1989, the verdict came in, guilty on all counts. He was sentenced to death, but looked the judge in the eye and said, "Big deal." Death always went with the territory. See you in Disneyland. He showed no remorse, no guilt, only darkness. Ramirez would spend the rest of his life on death row at San Quentin prison, where he died in 2013 from cancer. He never apologized, never admitted guilt, and never turned from Satan. His crimes left deep scars, not just on his victims and their families, but on an entire generation of Californians. The Night Stalker's reign exposed a terrifying truth. Evil doesn't always hide in shadows. Sometimes, it walks among us, smiles, and knocks on your door. What makes Ramirez's story so chilling isn't just the bloodshed, it's the belief system behind it. The symbols, the rituals, the devotion to darkness. He wasn't just a killer. He believed he was an instrument of Satan. And for a while, he made the world believe it too. So, what do you think drove Richard Ramirez? Was it pure evil, mental illness, or something darker, something spiritual? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into the minds of the world's most twisted criminals, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to True Crime Hub, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a story. Until next time, stay safe, stay alert, and remember, evil sometimes wears a human face.